Last season, I harvested 47 tomatoes from a single plant. The season before that, same variety, same garden bed, I got 14. Same soil, same fertilizer, same sun. The only thing that changed was how I watered. And that one shift eliminated blossom end rot completely, stopped fruit cracking, and more than tripled my harvest. Here's what's going to surprise you. The watering mistake destroying your tomato harvest right now isn't underwatering. It's not overwatering either. It's something far more specific. And once you see it, you'll understand why your tomatoes crack open, why black spots appear on the bottoms, and why plants that look healthy in June produce almost nothing by August. Most gardeners water their tomatoes every single evening. A quick splash from the hose. The leaves look green. The soil looks dark. You think you're being a good gardener. You're not. You're slowly starving the roots, weakening the plant, and setting up nearly every tomato problem you can name. Today I'm showing you exactly what's wrong with daily watering, why it causes blossom end rot and cracking, the simple shift that fixes both problems, and the buried bottle trick that delivers water directly to deep roots while you sleep. Stay till the end, because that trick cut my watering time in half. Before we start, drop a comment right now telling me what country you're watching from. I want to see every single location in this community. I post simple tips like this every week. Subscribe so you won't miss out. Let's get into it. I watered my tomatoes wrong for 12 years. Every evening, I'd give each plant what felt like a generous splash. The soil looked wet. The leaves looked fine. I thought I was doing everything right. And every summer by mid-July, same problems. Blossom end rot on my paste tomatoes. Cracked skins on my slicers. Plants that flowered heavily, but produced almost nothing by August. I blamed varieties. I blamed weather. I bought calcium supplements. Nothing worked. Then I read research from the University of California about tomato root depth and water uptake. It completely changed how I understood these plants. Tomatoes aren't shallow-rooted vegetables. They're deep-rooted fruiting plants that evolved in dry climates. Their system is designed to hunt for water deep underground. But daily surface watering trains roots to stay shallow. And shallow roots create every problem I described. If you've been watering every day and wondering why your harvest disappoints you, you're not failing. You're doing what almost everyone does. You just haven't been told how tomatoes actually drink water. A mature tomato plant can send roots down 2 to 3 feet into the soil, not inches, feet. That's a deep-rooted, drought-tolerant plant that evolved where rain comes infrequently but heavily. But when you sprinkle water on the surface every evening, you're teaching roots to stay in the top 2 to 3 inches where moisture is. Those shallow roots dry out when the sun hits them. They can't pull calcium efficiently. They can't regulate water uptake consistently. The plant becomes fragile instead of resilient. This creates the wet-dry cycle. Soil soaking wet at 6 p.m. Bone dry by noon the next day. That constant swing is the real killer. It's why you get blossom end rot. It's why tomatoes crack. Blossom end rot looks like a black leathery spot on the bottom of the fruit. Everyone thinks it's calcium deficiency. It's not. Most soil has plenty of calcium. The problem is calcium delivery. Calcium moves through the plant with water. When soil goes from wet to dry repeatedly, calcium flow stops and starts. The developing fruit can't get steady calcium. The cells at the blossom end collapse. That's the black spot. Fruit cracking is the same story. The tomato grows slowly during a dry stretch. Cell walls set at small size. Then you water heavily, and the plant gulps water. The fruit tries to expand rapidly. The skin can't stretch fast enough. It splits open. Both problems come from inconsistent moisture. Type blossom end rot if you've dealt with those black bottoms and just realized it's your watering schedule causing it. The fix isn't more water. It's the right water, at the right depth, on the right schedule. First, stop guessing. The top inch of soil tells you nothing. Stick your finger straight down into the soil. about 2 inches from the main stem. Push it in as deep as it will go, up to your second knuckle. That's 3 to 4 inches deep. If the soil feels cool and damp like a wrung-out sponge, don't water. If it feels dry and crumbly, it's time. If it feels soggy, you've overdone it. Back off for 2 days. When the finger test says it's time, give each mature plant 1 to 2 gallons of water. Not a splash, a deep, deliberate soak. And do this every 3 to 5 days, not every night. I use a regular garden hose with the nozzle off. Set it on a slow trickle at the base. Let it run 2 to 3 minutes per plant. The water soaks down 12 to 18 inches into the soil. Deep roots get a real drink. When the surface dries out a day later, roots chase moisture downward. They get stronger and deeper. You're training the plant to be drought tough instead of drought fragile. Deep roots regulate water uptake consistently. Calcium flows steadily. Blossom end rot disappears. Cracking stops. Water in the morning between 6 and 9 a.m. Soil absorbs it before the heat. Leaves dry quickly. The plant goes into afternoon heat, fully hydrated. Zones 3 through 6. Water every 4 to 5 days. Zones 7 and 8, every 3 to 4 days. Zones 9 through 11, every 2 to 3 days. I tested this on 6 plants. 3 got daily surface watering. 3 got deep soaking every 4 days. The daily watered plants produced 16 tomatoes, each with visible cracking and blossom end rot on 40% of fruit. The deep soaked plants produced 43 tomatoes, each with 0 cracking and 0 blossom end rot. Nearly triple the usable harvest. If you're realizing daily watering has been keeping your roots shallow and causing all your problems, hit that subscribe button. Once your plants are a foot tall and soil is warmed up, lay down 2 to 3 inches of organic mulch over the entire root zone. I use straw, shredded leaves, or dried grass clippings. Keep mulch 2 inches away from the main stem. Cover everything else. Mulch cuts evaporation from the soil surface by 70%. It keeps the root zone 15 to 20 degrees cooler on hot days. It suppresses weeds. And as it breaks down, it feeds soil biology. I've grown tomatoes with mulch and without it in the same bed. The mulched plants needed half the water and produced noticeably larger fruit. Zones 3 through 5, wait until soil reaches 60 degrees before mulching. Zones 6 through 11, mulch as soon as plants are established. Now for the trick I promised. This is what cut my watering time in half. It's called the buried bottle method. An old market gardener showed me this 10 years ago. Take an empty 1-gallon plastic jug. Drill or poke 6 to 8 small holes about the size of a pencil tip all around the bottom third. Bury the jug next to your tomato plant, 6 to 8 inches from the main stem, with the neck sticking out about an inch above soil. Leave the cap off or loose. When you water, fill that jug. The water seeps out through those holes slowly over several hours. It goes directly to the deep root zone exactly where the plant wants it. No evaporation, no runoff, no wet leaves. You can fill a jug in 30 seconds and walk away. I run 2 jugs per plant for big indeterminates like brandywine. 1 jug per plant for determinates. First season 1 tried this. I cut watering time in half. Saw fewer cracked fruit, almost no blossom end rot. Noticeably bigger plants by August. Type buried bottle if you're going to try this trick. A properly watered tomato has firm dark green leaves that hold themselves up in the morning. A mild afternoon droop on a hot day over 90 degrees is normal. As long as it perks back up by evening, you're fine. What you're watching for is morning wilt. If leaves are limp at 7 a.m., the plant ran out of water overnight. Time for a deep soak. If lower leaves yellow while soil stays consistently wet, that's overwatering. Back off for 2 days. Daily surface watering trains roots to stay shallow. Shallow roots create the wet-dry cycle. That cycle causes blossom end rot and cracking. Both problems destroy your harvest. Water deeply. 1 to 2 gallons every 3 to 5 days. Use the finger test. Mulch heavily. Consider buried bottles. Read your plants for signs of stress. That harvest I told you about. 47 tomatoes from one plant. That wasn't luck. That wasn't a special variety. That was the right water at the right depth, on the right schedule. Which problem have you been dealing with? Blossom end rot? Cracking? Small harvests from healthy-looking plants? Drop a comment and tell me. And if you've been watering daily and just realized that's been causing everything, share that too. If this just explained why your tomatoes have been failing year after year, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. This is Plantoria Gardening. We don't follow trends. We share proven methods that actually increase yields. Traditional techniques, real results. No hype. Stop training shallow roots. Start building deep ones. Water less often. Water more deeply. Your tomatoes will thank you. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one.